Hey guys, it's Carnifex, another Nerd This video. Today we are be going over artifacts. There was a big post this morning, and we knew from the beginning, is like, as soon as people hear artifacts, they're going to be thinking, relics. No, it's not relics. We are not into relics. Like 6 months into this game, we tried to, like, at first, actually, how it was described to us, I'm like, this sounds like relics, and they were like, oh wait, no, but I'm like, yeah, no, okay, so this is not relics, but you, for whatever reason, everything that was said, so this announcement was way better than the one that you guys got. I'm gonna go into what differentiates them from relics specifically here in a little bit. First, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over this post. I'm going to go describe what things are still up for grabs whenever I show you the relics, and then we're going to go over the differences and what you're going to do with them. So anyway, they announced Battlegrounds with the new game mode as a brand new type of item called artifacts. A new type of item, use customized heroes, and that's really the main core here. Is it's going to allow you to, at least initially, it's going to say, hey, you know what, I want to have an attacker with a little bit of sustain. I want to add an artifact with some lifesteal on it, or I just want to go balls to the walls on attack. Crucial bit, there is not speed on these at all. We said this is like a non-disputable. If you throw speed on this, everyone's going to be frustrated and hate it, and we're going to lose people. It's going to be bad, and they didn't want that, and they weren't pushing for the speed either. They were very receptive to that. That was just our immediate reaction. We heard about it. No speed, no speed, no speed. Her artifacts are more powerful than the runes, contain a unique passive ability. Some of them are going to have stats, and some of them are going to add passive abilities. Initially, it may only have stats on launch. We may see some things like limited turn buffs. So, like, for example, you might get like a damage increase for your first turn or second turn as an artifact. Anyway, artifacts really change your gameplay, give you a chance to counterattack for a hero who normally doesn't do that. So you can see these kinds of things, almost like adding a passive ability. There's a lot of options here that I think are pretty fun. And as long as we kind of cap it at the things that are kind of like game breaking, right, I don't think we're going to have any issues. You're going to come across artifacts in Battlegrounds game mode in the Battlegrounds shop in a special artifacts chest. What you should know is that you are going to, if you're achieving higher, you're going to be able to get better artifacts from Battlegrounds and from the Battlegrounds store than you will from these chests. I'm going to show you the chests in a little bit, but again, keep in mind that it's totally up to being changed. But just so this is not something to where, unless you are really, and when I say really, gonna crank out some serious Dracoins, you are not going to be able to push to the end of this right away. Like whales, this is not like, unless you are really just, you want to show that you are King Kraken, this is not the thing to try to complete on day one, cost wise. And it's because it's supposed to be a slower burn. It's not something where we're supposed to reach it right away. And a part of that is, and they also want to incentivize people to really participate in Battlegrounds and to make the reward meeting more about that, and kind of pushing people to invest more in their teams for Battlegrounds in order to have that give them the better rewards that they're looking for versus the chests. We've kind of just, most of the artifacts are going to have like an attack stat and a defense stat. Some of them, it gets a little dicey on whether or not you consider an attack or defense one, but we'll get into that. You get special keys for Battlegrounds victories, and that will allow you to open artifacts chests, kind of like, we have like the gold key tournaments, and that allows you to open up those. There's going to be keys for these chests that you find, that you are able to purchase with Dracoins or with the keys for artifacts. There is not a speed stat. Also, unlike runes, these are not random. So for all the people like me who keep getting pissed because arena seems to get harder every day because everyone else is getting great speed secondaries and you're not, or like when you do, it's on like a potency armor, south rune, and not like a potency primary. These are fixed. These artifacts have set progressions for level and star level. They're going to have an actual level just like your character, and they have a star level just like your character. Same as runes. All that, except you can't obviously promote, but you can actually promote the star level of artifacts. There are going to be 30 artifacts upon release, 2 stats. Again, depending on the artifact, they've these kind of at the beginning, but there's going to be more that come out in the future. And obviously some that might eventually make some of these kind of like out of date, just like, hey, you know, eventually you need new gear, right? So to upgrade artifact stars, you put several artifacts of the same type and same star level into it. This is the main reason why there's a strong limiting factor in how fast you can boost up stuff. You're going to need duplicates of the exact same artifact in order to be able to rank up its star level. You're going to be able to increase its level relatively easily. It's really the rank up cost that's extremely prohibitive is going to limit people, because you need a ton relative to anything else we've had. You need a lot currently. Now, all this is even subject to change. This is kind of just letting you know based on the announcement and based on some things that I think we will see at least pretty consistent upon release of the of artifacts, the public release. But anyway, we're going to go into it now. I'm going to bring up the good old test account. So first, we're just going to go into the shop and I'll show you that chest to show you a couple things here. So you can see chest of artifacts. You can buy with Dracoins. You can do it with keys, just like the gold chest, premium chest, chaining chest, right? This chest has levels. So based on what one you're in, these percentages are going to change. So you're going to have a chance of dropping an artifact stone, which is essentially like an XP stone. It's going to cost gold and XP, just like the same thing. You can use artifact stones as XP, or you can use other artifacts that you're not planning on using as XP. Common artifacts, so common is the gray, color, right? Uncommon green, rare is blue. As you increase level, you can see that after buying a few of these chests, and by a few I mean a few times tens of them, you can see it. Like to go from 5 to 6, you got to buy 90 of these. So that's going to take a while, but that does include the ones that you're going to use your Battlegrounds keys for. It's the same currency. So this is not like, oh, until I spend X thousand Dracoins, I'm not going to be able to have decent percentages. No, you're going to get these keys from Battlegrounds, and these Battlegrounds are going to allow you to progress on that chest level as well. So it increases your chances. So we're just going to do a pull, right? I'm just going to do a 10 times pull right here. So you're going to see we got, and there is, so for example, this artifact only exists in 1-star blue. It does not exist in 2-star blue. There's not like a better version of it. These artifacts are all a consistent base. There's not a 3-star gray version of this. There's not a 3-star blue version of this. It's all a base because they work and build off of each other, and they're completely unique as in independent items. So you can see we got we got a green in there, got a couple blues in there, or sorry, we got a bunch of grays. We got a bunch of grays in this pull. Holy cow, what am I talking about? Let's do another one. Boom. But as you can see, okay, so here we got a lot more greens. I still only have a 5% chance of pulling blues, but that percentage does get a lot higher in the later ones based on one of the other test guys who's gone and pulled a ton just to see what the level is. But you can see on these, this one's got accuracy and armor. This one's got penetration and health percentage. This one's got damage and tenacity. This one's got accuracy and armor, right? So we're going to go into one of these now. So I already have one that I leveled a little bit and put on my slinger, just to get an idea. So this is a 2-star blue, right? And each of them have an initial cap of level 15. This is, again, now we're getting really into some of the stuff could still change, because kind of the major point of contention is right now, as we're kind of discussing this, is how are these things going to be upgraded? Where should the more prohibitive costs be in order to cap kind of the insta, like day one, people just being fooled with 5-star max level, artifacts? What's the best way to accomplish that makes people feel like they're getting a solid return on their investment, while just also establishing that this is going to be a slower burn development, and that we want it to be more about the Battlegrounds rewards than what you're actually getting from what you're getting in these chests. So going at like this one, I've increased its level, so we're gonna grab another one here. I've got, let's see, I guess it's because I've already have it equipped. So I'm gonna go ahead, and you can see, look, this one adds 1,000, this one adds 2,000. Do I have a 3-star one? Yeah, and that one adds 4,000. So the different levels of stones, right? These are like the XP stones, level you up. Right now, the gold cost is pretty high. That's one of the other things that'll definitely keep people in check with it. But again, subject to being changed. This is not like to provide like a commentary. This is to give you guys some kind of idea of what artifacts will look like. Put away the fears of things like, oh my god, is it RELICS? Because that's not what it is. So going in, you can also though use some of these other artifacts that you have, right? So a green gives you 2, but or sorry, a 2-star gives you 2, a 1-star gives you 1, independent of the color, right? So if I give another 3, then it gives 4. So just like the 1, 2, and 3-star, if you will, XP tomes for artifacts, same works with the artifacts themselves when you use them. Now, as an example here, we're going to go actually back to another one. I'm going to grab this guy, just a really easy one to cool. Yeah, I got tons here. So this is a penetration and health one, not necessarily the one everyone's going to be jumping up and down a lot. Looks like it's meant to go with Dr. Frank here. But we're going to use a combination. So I'm going to put some stones in here. You can see how many levels it's going up over here, right? So we're going to go up 7 levels with that, right? So it adds it up here. I'm just going to boost it up. Oh, copy. So you can see it even gives you a little warning. I was about to waste some XP because I was putting a little too much in it. Ooh, so it's still saying I'm going to do it. I'm going to go... Ooh, I don't have any 1s left. Okay, we got to find a 1. We got to find some 1s. Give me some of them gray 1s. Is that gray 1 action? So there, look, we got it up to 14. And it's not giving us that warning. And then again, 15. So we wasted, if you will, like 500 XP or something like that. So now we have to level up we have to boost the upgrade cap for level. So right now it's 15 out of 15, but these are going to be able to scale to level 30. So I can throw any 1-star into, because this is a 1-star. Now, again, this could be changing. This is as it is right now. So what you will need to accomplish this, do not take this as set in stone. This is, again, just to show you the general idea. So we did that. Now, if I want to rank it up, I'm going to need a duplicate of that exact artifact. So boom. Now I don't need to level that one up, but as I increase in rank, right? So we're going to go ahead and boost the rank. You can see now it requires 2 2-star runes. So this has like an exponential impact on how many duplicates you need to rank up something. I think it's great because it can give value to people who are like, hey, like I'm only getting these 1 and 2 stars because of where I'm at. You can over time build up at least the ones you're gonna be using on your arena characters to a point to where they have more value. And don't take any consideration into these stats, these like which stats they will be, sure, but not the actual values. That's all still being balanced at the moment. So anywho, wanted to go ahead and give you, and again, no speed, not relics, because look, I'm gonna go back. I'm going to grab this right here, right? So I have collect artifacts here. This one, I can just unequip it. Boom. Confirm. Go back. Who do I want to put this on? I want to put this on Zara. I'm going to put it on my girl Zara. Collect artifacts. Look at this nice damage and health boosting rune that I have that I can move right over here. That was the main thing I think really hit people about Relics and Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, was that you had to do these for every character, and it was so much investment. But these will be able to move around. So most people will be primarily focusing on just building up their arena artifacts that they're going to use. And you know what? Whenever a legendary event comes around, you can pull it off and put it on the characters you're going to be using for that. So I really think this is a cool, fun opportunity for, hey, I want to boost the survivability and overall damage output of my Zara. Or, you know what? I want to boost, let's see. Or if I want to boost her potency, there's some potency ones. There's tenacity in here, for your Tromgars. Accuracy for people who don't want to fiddle around with this 2% situation. I know I'm going to be using something with accuracy on some of my characters. So I'm just like, 2% is a lie. The 2% is a lie. So overall, I think I'm really encouraged by this. Main thing to not expect to be 100% identical when this hits. It's not going to be in Russian for everyone, but also just how it's going to be upgraded. So the actual gold cost, do not freak out if it seems super high. The XP cost, how much it takes to boost them up, don't be freaked out about that. What kinds of relics are going to be required in order to upgrade them, do not read too much into that. I think I've said that enough in this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed getting a look at this and seeing what it's going to be, seeing that it's not relics, and I'll talk more to you next time.